That last video just shut off. I don't know why. I was like 5 seconds into it. Well, here I am again, starting over again. Today's not been a good day. Fallen into a wee bit of depression. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was caused by my wife. She wouldn't be the first time. She's not the greatest encourager. And sometimes her words can spiral me into my own little bit of hell. And I've been struggling to get out of it ever since. It started yesterday, when she accused me of not trying to take care of the family property and being unstable. And it's really all about for her stability and work and having a stable income. She doesn't have a whole lot of faith that God's going to take care of us. She doesn't have a whole lot of faith in me. I'm not 100% certain I can blame her on her faith in me, because I haven't been the best provider for the last 2.5 years. But before that, I provided pretty daggone well as a truck driver, bringing in a very high-end payroll, more than she's probably ever known, more than I'd ever known, sacrificing long hours for that payroll. Of course, I'd change jobs frequently, and here and there I went without work, and we had to rely on snaps and government help for a period of time, usually no more than a couple of months. It's a paper wasp in here with me. And I've got my issues ranging from bouts of anger to bouts of depression, short bouts of anger typically. I've even hit her a couple of times, though I've erased that from my memory. I'm not sure that I hit her hard, but I guess she'd have to tell that story in order to get an accurate representation of it. But like, I've never beat her up. That'd be frickin' wrong. To say that I'm a good person would be breaking the truth. To say that I'm trying to be a good person would be the truth. All I can really do is try, because I've got nothing else going for me except to try to be a good person. I've tried to be the kind of person who chases money, made money my idol for most of my life, thinking that if I had enough money, it would solve my problems. And that is obviously incredibly wrong. If you didn't know that, please understand that chasing money is stupid. And I'm fixing to, well, not chase money so much as work at a shitty company selling insurance to people who are sick, who are afraid of dying in disease, so that I can make a measly $16 an hour, which in today's economy and in the Central Texas economy, for someone who doesn't have any experience doing that, it's pretty good. I can't complain that it's going to provide for my family pretty well. It's going to take care of all of our bills and actually pay for our food. I'm having to drop out of school. I think probably completely drop out of school. I don't think I can do the Saturday class. I may have to start back up school next year. I'm quite disappointed in that, because I am an amazing massage therapist. And I'd only get better. But that is what it is. There are many things I know that I'd be good at. But none of them you can just go start making money at like that. So I guess I gotta work my way into them like everyone else. Taking time that I don't want to take because I want it now. Because I grew up with instant gratification as the backbone of my character. Give it to me now. First thing I did was moped in front of my phone this morning. Well, the first thing I did was not get up when I wanted to, which was early before the sun rose, and then didn't get up after the sun rose. And then as soon as I did, I sat on the pot, used it, as I perused my phone for jobs. And I continued looking for jobs for another 2 hours, seemed like, not finding anything that I even remotely wanted to deal with, or that paid well enough. Of course, I was depressed, and I'm still not like unsuppressed, so nothing sounded good. And I didn't apply to anything. I've already got a job. I start training next Tuesday. And it pays, like I said, it pays sufficiently, so I don't need to be looking for a job, but it was just an excuse not to be doing anything else because I felt like shit. I didn't interact with anyone. I still haven't forgiven my wife for the words she told me. I'm still quite a bit upset. I spent quite a few of my internal thoughts mulling over the fact that I hated my life. Mainly because I have to go work for the frickin' corporate machine. I hate the corporate machine. I hate every aspect of it. The corporate machine does not care about the human. It just cares about the profits. And it's horrible. There's something better. There's a future where things are better than that. And I want to make that future possible. I watched a video yesterday that said 2/3 of children over 15, of people over 15 years of age, are barely literate, can't read. That's insane. I'm sorry if that's you. I wished that you had been taught better. Reading's amazing. These are all books. Most of them I've read. I love books. They fundamentally changed my life. And reading will continue to fundamentally change my life. I didn't dunk yesterday. I didn't dunk in the morning because I was busy getting shit done and didn't make time for it, and I didn't wake up until 6 a.m. And my son had woken up shortly after that, and I got the house cleaned and did a bunch of laundry and made the kitchen a lot nicer and made dinner and cooked some stuff. I did some things. And then about halfway through the day, my wife jumped down my throat because of my job prospects and my instability. And I got mad. I got really mad. And then she continued to jump down my throat and insult me, and I don't think she meant to. But she doesn't think about the consequences of her words because she doesn't understand my past very well, just like I don't understand my past very well. But there are some words that trigger me to dive into a deep depression because I guess it brings back some painful memories. I don't remember the memories, but the words are still triggers. Like I've always been insufficient. I've never been good enough. Never been recognized as anything good. I don't think, I'm not sure, but I don't feel like I was praised for hardly any of my accomplishments, if any of them, except when I was doing something brazen and stupid that risked my life. Like I was praised for that thing and showed my strength. If I was strong, if I didn't show pain, and if I did things that other people were afraid of doing, I was praised for that, and that was it. That's all the praise I knew for it. At least as far as I can remember. And I suppose I was praised for reading a lot. Though I read really fast, so my reading comprehension was like not that high. I always thought about reading out loud as a young child and was always afraid of my own voice and so never did. I was timid, shy, insecure, unstable. Didn't like myself very much. Even now, sometimes when I look down at my hands, I feel like they're not my own, especially when they're doing something that exceeds my expectations of myself. I'm like, oh, who the hell is this person? When I'm doing massage therapy. It's weird. I feel like I'm not a whole person. Like there are parts of me that were separated. That I can't bring them together. And I don't know that I can do it on my... I can't do it. Well, I'm going to try and do it on my own because I can't afford therapy of any sort. Like, this is the only therapy I can afford. And this. At least until that freezer breaks. And then I don't know what's next after that because I'd sorely miss this. I think what I'm going to do next, this is supposed to increase all sorts of hormones that make you feel better. Adrenaline and norepinephrine and epinephrine and all sorts of fun, happy chemicals that help with depression. So I'm going to stick my head in this a few times and see if I feel better, and usually I do, so there's no reason why I shouldn't. And I'm going to go and try and do a Storytime Revolution hour with my children. And if I'm competent and capable, upload that onto my Storytime Revolution YouTube podcast channel. Because I believe very strongly that that's going to be a large part of my future. Even when I'm president of the United States, I will be doing Storytime Hour to show how important it is that everyone knows how to read. And if they don't, then they can participate and gain knowledge and education, because the world, the UN, the United Nations, wants to make you incapable of reading so that you can't self-educate, so that you can't know all the wrong that's going on in the world, or how to improve yourself so that you can be a better person and make change. Change that the UN doesn't want to see because they just want to control and tax and make money because it's all for profit. It seems like there's hardly any politicians in office who aren't in it for the profit. Trump isn't. He's got his own money. He doesn't need ours. Not like standing firmly behind Trump, but he's got some things going for him. I'm pretty firmly against the UN now, and he's against the UN too, seems like. So I think I can stand behind him with that. Been eating a lot. I've got a little bit of love handles going on here. Some fat going on here, but I'm fixing to go on a fast. Not because of the fat. The fat's just useful because I'm going to need it for the fat. Nah, for the fast. I want to heal my gut. I think I've talked about that before. 21 days. 21 days to heal a gut. Mine is all broken and torn up. It's been 14 minutes and all I've done is talk. I haven't even shoved my head in here. I already feel better though, so that's positive. I don't feel like physically better, but it's good just to talk and get things off your chest. Therapeutic. Hence, well, no, not hints, because this is Tortoise Diaries. I thought about calling Tortoise Therapies. Maybe Tortoise Journals. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So, seeing as I didn't change this out yesterday, the water's probably probably in the lower 40s, which is still sufficiently cold to get a nice shock from it. Besides some chicken skins I ate at about 7:30 last night, which I reckon counts, but I mean, they were chicken skins, and I had the opportunity to eat butter-covered corn and some butter-covered cabbage and some actual chicken, which I made, all of that, except my wife put the chicken in the oven and seasoned it, and the skins were delicious, and I ate the skins because collagen and vital nutrients that is most helpful for me at any given point in time. But it's been 25 hours since I actually ate anything besides that. And that was eggs and potatoes. That was, well, it was a bunch of chocolate and coconut oil and chia seeds and olive oil and avocado oil and eggs, raw, froggy. You didn't see it, but a little toe just jumped across there. Little one. Weird. I would have loved if there was coconut flakes in there, but I don't got any of those. The chia seeds are pretty good, though. When you mix all that up, it makes this nice little, like, pudding, and I throw some blueberries in it, and that cools it all down and makes it just fabulous. Oh, and stevia. I'm going to do that all again, except no stevia. I'm going to do that because it's incredibly nutrient dense, and I'm trying to drop into a fast, and I'm trying to reduce all my pleasure sensations. I think the next thing we're going to do after this, after the story time hour, is to make a bowl of that, share it with my boys if they'd like some, put my youngest to bed, and then watch Spider-Rick Chronicles, because those my two oldest want to watch it, and I haven't been spending much time with them, and I always did enjoy watching movies with my family, so, you know, it sounds nice. I'm fixing to go into a job that I'm not going to love. So, I'd like to give back to myself a little bit before I go do that. Before I go spend 11 hours a day learning how to sell insurance. I'm guessing learning all about the insurance, which is from Kaiser Group, which is supposedly good insurance. People call in to want to buy. Though I'm probably going to be cold calling too to force it onto people. I imagine. I hope not. I hope it's all warm leads that call in. That would be nice. I'm getting paid $16 an hour for it, so it's probably not much more than that. Usually you don't got to do cold calls unless you're doing commission. My wife found this company called Rev where you do transcriptions. You got to know grammar, which I kind of not great at. I can type pretty good though. And it pays anywhere from 45 to 75 cents a minute. That's pretty daggum good. So maybe if I can brush up on my grammar and brush up on my typing, because right now I'm at 31, but I can do it like without looking and do it correctly. And also correct mistakes pretty quickly, to the point where I'm just not having typed hardly at all in the past, I don't know, 10 years or so. Except a couple different jobs had some typing, but you know it wasn't much. 30 words, did 31. Then on the second test I went to 35, It's a pretty nice little jump after just like back-to-back tests. I imagine with some training I could get to 60 pretty easily, and then over time I could probably get to 90 words a minute. I bet I could. I'm pretty good with computers. I'm pretty good at getting that flow state of trusting myself to hit all the right words. So that'd be cool. A cool work from home job, and I could do that and do the Storytime Revolution, and maybe I'd get some donations from that. That'd be cool. And then with time, I could become a full-fledged massage therapist who's licensed, and I could do all those things from home so that I could actually take care of the homestead like it's supposed to be taken care of, and maybe make a profit off of it. That'd be cool. I made money off the homestead, mainly from the goats, but that's just like covered a little bit of the food. That is what it is. I'm gonna shove my head back in here. Sometimes it seems like all the walls are closing in and there's no way out. It's a horrible feeling. I hate it. And it's usually when I failed at something, and failed catastrophically, like I feel like I've done with this whole massage therapy thing. It's been 4 months busting my ass, waking up before the sun rose to get to school on time, trying to memorize everything I could while in school because I didn't have any time afterwards, working 1 and 2 jobs that was not sufficient to take care of my family's bills, or take care of, even like remotely take care of our food. I haven't bought a meat product for this home since November of last year. Not a single meat product. That's how poor we are. We can't afford meat. You understand? Oh, fuck. Sorely behind on rent. And I didn't make the full $881 from my GI Bill. So that sucks balls. Fuck them. Assholes. $536. Missed 4 days of school. And they took off $300. It's fucked up. Our government's full of untrustworthy, incompetent, non-caring, judgmental assholes who don't deserve to be in office. I'm not sure a single one of them do. Might be a couple of good ones, but how quickly will they become tainted by the process or kicked out? Fucking assholes. Not sure I'm noticing all those good, happy hormones flowing. Maybe that'll come later. maybe my body's become accustomed to the cold that it's like, maybe it needs something more extreme. And it's entirely possible. Our bodies are good at adapting to things. I mean, really, I should be the kind of person who can get myself into a happy state without having anything other than myself to deal with it. But I've never been that person. That's something I have to become with time, patience, and love, and kindness, diligence, consistency. You know, I gotta build my character up, because I am not a good person. Nor have I ever been. I've had some good aspects here and there, but good person? No. I'd like to be a good person. I'd like to be a good husband and a good dad. I'd like to not hold resentment towards my wife, or anger, or frustration towards my children. I'd like to not hate my job. I haven't even started yet. I'd like to like the direction my life is going, and be happy with it. I'd like to not hide in pleasure. I'd like to be a fully actualized, fully coherent person. I'd like to know that I am evil, but that I can control the evil, and in controlling my own evil, see the evil in others, so that I can fight back. I'd like to change the lives of everyone I meet for the better. I'd like to be someone that you can trust, who you know cares for you, and is out for your best interest, not to profit off of you, but to help you through your life as I'm trying to get through mine. I'd like to be a mentor to many. I'd like to be many things. But first, I gotta get myself right. My head feels like an ice pop. Again? Again? 5 times in a row? That's 5, right? Yeah, 5. Let's see if I can shrink my brain with ice. I mean, there's no actual ice in here. And the water's not freezing. And it's not extreme. Oh, internet, who needs to see people doing harmful things to themselves in order to be interested in it. Bunch of ravaging assholes. This world's full of douchebags. I hope you're not one of them. I mean, if you are one of them, you know, so am I. Enjoying seeing people falling onto metal poles and damaging their testicles. Enjoying seeing broken arms and destruction. Explosions and death. What the fuck's wrong with you? And yes, I'm talking about me because I watch those same stupid videos. Escapism. Someone else is in more pain than you are, then your pain's bearable, ear hurts. That's not comfortable. No, fuck it. I'm done. Excuse my language. Apparently I'm in one of those moods. I was a United States Marine and a construction worker, and you would not believe the kind of words that came out of my mouth. I'm trying to not be those things, that person who lets those kinds of words fly out of their mouth. Hey look, camera fell over. That's not the worst thing that's happened on this channel, I suppose. But I have children, and I do not want my children to be raised in an environment where cussing is the norm. That was the environment I was raised in, where cussing was the norm, and it was alright. You can be a Christian and cuss, no big deal. You can be a Christian and smoke and drink and tell lies and be an asshole and not think about anyone but yourself and not care for your children properly. Sure, that's what being a Christian means. As long as you're out there helping other people, you can sure as heck be a Christian. I hope you know that I'm being highly sarcastic. That's the kind of home I was brought up in. Highly sarcastic. With a bunch of bullshit. Not wholly impressed with my upbringing. My parents, they did the best they could as far as I know. God bless them. I don't know why they chose to raise 7 children. They told me that God never told them to stop, or some bullshit like that. I mean, I'm glad I'm alive. I was the 6th one. They went through 5 miscarriages before my little sister was born. It's insane. My mom nearly died in the process. There's some whole nonsense that you could delve in with all of my family, and it's insane, and I don't want to go into it right now. I'll leave you with, may the road rise to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. God bless, my friends. And I hope your weekend is wonderful and that your day is better than mine has been so far. Only you can make it a good day, you know. Be well.